Match, guys. We got Joey Gray and Roberto Gomez, the leg. Looks like Roberto got it, so he will break. Nice rack your own, alternate break.
What's going on in here? Chinook wins. All right, for some of our viewers, what we've got here is the finals at Chinook Wins Casino here in Lincoln City, Oregon. And this is the finals between Joey Gray and Roberto Gomez. Joey is on the point, so Roberto is going to have to beat him twice. It's a true double elimination. Race to 7.
The open break. Mix ball.
And for anybody who hasn't been watching the stream in the feed, we had 108 players, and it was basically a world-class field with Shane Van Boning, Dennis Arcolo, and just a ton of players. So these are the final two, and we had players travel from all over the world to get to this event.
This has been the strongest field we've ever had here, I believe.
It is. So, your announcers are Steve Lingelbach and Steve Register, and Lenny Marshall is over here running the board and all the videos, so I hope everybody enjoys this match.
To start with the solids here.
I'm surprised he didn't shoot that ball off the one ball, because unless the one ball plays and I can't see it, he doesn't seem a little concerned, so maybe the angle that we can see. Yeah,
It must go.
Well, would he shoot it right now though?
You would sure think so.
That's why.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he didn't play that off the one.
Yeah, he's obviously got a plan here. Okay, he's just going to put it down the other corner. He's going to float forward and probably take the 4, then the 6.
Yeah, you got that. First game to Roberto.
Yeah, the event so far, the tables are breaking pretty good with so many pros and high-level players. The event has been basically a break-and-run contest. You're more than likely not going to see a lot of jousting and safeties unless the table is really messed up. But it's just not happening a whole lot. So
The battle is really in with the break.
Yeah, it's the event has come down to a break contest. Shane finished high. Billy Thorpe, a lot of guys who really could break the balls really well. I don't know. I haven't played either of these players, so I don't know a lot about them. But with the field that we had here, they wouldn't be here unless they. I haven't seen any of Joey's matches. I've seen some of Roberto's matches. He beat Stan Tarango pretty handily last night, and has been fighting his way through the loser's side, which is sometimes a tough thing. So.
Yeah, I watched the match with him and Billy Thorpe the point match, and he played just pretty much flawless the whole match.
See that break?
And that was a hill hit.
Look at that break.
Yeah. He has a very controlled break.
But guess what?
He came up dry.
just because you smashed the break and squat the rock doesn't mean you're going to be shooting again.
That's that luck factor.
I did the same thing against Shane. Had me 4-3, and I break and squat the rock like that, and a ball came around and scratched me in the side. And before I turned around, the score was 6-3, and the set was over. So the break is just huge. So,
and looks like Roberto has no real problem with this rack here that I can see. No tie-ups. He's looking hard at them solids.
yeah, he's looking at the solids because he doesn't have anything to get really good shape on the 10 ball or the 9 ball. They're both blocked, so he's going to go with the solids. He needs to get on that 5-7 as soon as possible. So he's going for it right away. It looks like the 7 passes a 5 anyway, so I don't know. Maybe not.
Maybe not from that angle.
Yeah, so that's why he needed to get on that early.
Yes.
Now he's going to be in for a little trouble.
Well, he's got that too to get him out of trouble with.
Well,
I think he might go for that 2 than the 4. Nope, he's still looking at that 7-5.
so, if you watch a lot of the players, the key to getting through this field and everything else is playing good patterns.
Definitely.
And good key balls, good setup balls, and staying clean through the rack. So how he maneuvers this rack is going to tell us a lot about, how much 8-ball on a bar box he actually plays. I'd go 2-4 and play shape on that 5. Looks like he's going to.
Well, no, he went 2-7.
That's interesting. So that
Yeah.
that 7 goes by. He just didn't let us know by looking at it.
I think he'll play that 3 next, and then
Yeah, he's
6
gonna-
to the side, and then the 4 to the corner.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, no.
Look at this. He got a little
Uh-oh.
screwy. That was really careless. Because his pattern was, and he's lucky because he's still there.
Yeah.
3-6.
Fortunately, he didn't bump that 8-ball into trouble.
So 3-6-4. Pattern was a little sloppy, but I think he's still gonna get there. He's gonna have to bump this 8 a little bit here, I believe. No, he was clean. So it looks like this game is going to be over.
It's 2 for Roberto now.
And just basically one dry break. That's why it's a break contest. One dry break by Joey, and he's going to look like he's going to be down 3-0, more than likely.
Yeah, that's a 3-game swing there.
Just on the break shot.
Yep.
Yeah, and that might cost him the first set. So it's a lot of heat to come up to that 4th game break and hoping you make something,
Definitely.
being down 3-0. A lot of the Filipino players that were here, they might not be exactly bar box 8-ball players, but their break is so good from international play in 10 ball and some of the rotation games that their break has been effective on this, and a lot of the Filipino players finished in the top 16 players in this event. So,
how many did we have? About a dozen or so, wasn't there?
Filipinos, yes.
Oh, 8 total.
108 in the field. Okay, here we go.
Looks like they made a stripe on the break.
Yeah, but I think he's supposed to take the solids. So start with the 7 on the side and use that 2 ball as your key ball to play the 8 in the corner pocket toward us. So his key is going to be that 6 ball. Okay, shoot this 3 ball and stop it. Yeah, he can either take the 6 or shoot the 4 and play shape for the 6. Looks like he's going to take the 6, which is probably the right shot.
6 to the 5 to the 4, then the 2, then the 8.
Yeah, so all he's got to do is make sure he gets the proper angle on that 2 ball to roll forward for the 8. So it's really important the shape that he gets on these next 2 balls for the 2. That's why you see him taking his time a little bit.
I've got 2 more spots to fill up this men's B mini. 2 more spots.
He's looking at maybe bumping that 9 out of the way so he can take the 8 to the same pocket as the 2.
All he needs to do is just either get dead straight
Or come off the side rail.
or be a little right of center and just float forward.
Yeah. That's the way I see it, too.
Yeah,
And I think that's where he got. Yeah.
yeah.
He looks good.
I'm not sure why he was looking to bump balls or anything, because that wasn't the way to go. He's fine. And here we are where we thought we'd be, with Joey breaking with being down 3-0. So,
Okay, another fine run. With an appreciative crowd.
this is an event that is run here twice a year. We run it in the spring and also in the fall. In the spring, we run the 8-ball event, and in the fall, it is 9-ball. So,
Well, it used to be 10 ball, but however, the CWO I don't believe will be done this fall.
no, they're not going to do the pro event in the fall anymore. It's only going to be in the spring. So there's a lot of heat on this break, and even if he does make a ball, he needs to get out. Otherwise, this set is pretty much going to be over. In an alternating break format, to be able to break serve and get back in a match,
There has to be a mistake.
yeah, your opponent's going to have to give you air. He's going to have to miss or scratch or airball a break, and it just doesn't always happen. And a race of 7 it can get ugly quick.
Indeed. It's a relatively short race for these pros.
Yeah. They would much rather that it was a race to probably 9.
Absolutely.
But most of the matches, we had 2-hour windows to play, and some of the matches, I had a match with Jeffrey DeLuna, yeah,
Yes.
one of the top Filipino players, and I won 7-5 and knocked him out of the event, but it took over 2 hours, so
Wow.
it was quite a match.
That must have been grueling.
Yeah, I played 8 hours straight yesterday, and I wasn't happy to be done, but
Well, you certainly played well, Steve.
you have to against these guys.
Absolutely.
So, looks like he's got a choice here, but I believe he's going to have to take solids.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Only because that 14 is a little messy. He would have to play short side and play it in the side closest
Right.
to us, which I don't think he's going to choose to do. So yeah, he's looking at it. Up in the corner. Okay.
He's going to start off with that too.
Yeah. See, but it's a little touchy because that one's got the pocket blocked by the 12, so he needs to figure out where he's
He
going
needs
to
to
do with that
play
one.
that one over here in this corner right after the 2, I believe.
Right, so he's got to draw back about
Draw back.
10 inches.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get better angle first. He doesn't like the angle to get shape on that one to start with. So the ball that's going to give him trouble here, looking at it, are almost always balls in the middle of the table. So the one that jumps out at me is the 4-ball.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
over for the one to the side.
Yeah.
Good shot. Good choice.
Still looks like he's on the wrong side of it. I can't tell from here. Our angle's deceiving, but he might be running
I think
forward.
he can just pretty much stop for the 6 up to the far corner.
7.
Or 7.
Yeah, he was on the wrong side.
Yes,
See
he
that?
was. Yep.
So
He tried to cheat it and
yeah.
over-cheated it.
So here we are. He just stubbed his toe a little bit, but he missed good.
Yeah, that left Roberto with a tough shot here.
Yep. So Roberto's issue here is after he makes his first shot, getting on that 14, which now is blocked by the 1 and the 5.
I think it might come up down here to the top corner.
Oh boy.
Here's another turn of events, and Joey needs to take a little break.
Yeah. He theoretically, if Roberto would have got out, he could have been down 5-0.
Yep. Needs to go gather his thoughts a little bit.
Yep. Not a bad thing sometimes. So, how did you do in the tournament, Steve?
Not so well.
Not so well.
I was out in 3 rounds.
Did
I beat the bye.
Did you play anybody of notoriety?
Oh, I certainly did. I started off with Josh Roberts.
There you go. How'd you do?
I lost 7-1,
Okay.
and then
Did you think of doing maybe a Tanya Harding move or anything?
no. Josh was too nice a guy.
It is effective.
I've known
It is
Josh for
effective.
many years.
Mike, A, and Tim.
No, we had a really good match. I mean, I did play well, but he just outplayed me like he should. And then I played Mike Deichman after that. He's a local player, but a grandmaster, and he also got me 7-1. We started out with safety battles for the first 5 games, and he just wore me down.
Wore you down.
Yep. And Mike and I play every week.
Right. Playing over at your house or his house?
His house.
His house?
Yeah. Yeah, we played both on his 9-foot and his 7-foot.
So have you been taking his money and wagering?
We have been wagering, but we usually end up splitting.
There you go.
So we usually just break even and
Nice.
just make for a good time for the 2 of us.
I know he invites a lot of players over his house.
Yes,
It's like the local place to play for people and
it
everything else.
really is. He's been big for improving everyone's game in the Portland area.
It's nice that he's willing to, because everybody's busy. It's nice for him to give of his, time and energy and invite people into his home.
Yep.
And I know there's people that go over there that probably don't give him a lot of competition, but yet he's humble enough to host them, and I'm sure it's pretty special to some people.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to him what level you play at. He is a very humble person.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool thing. All right, back to the match
Here we
here.
are.
All right, so I think we're going to do a 4-ball rub the 7 shot, play shape for the 1, unless I see it different. And if he does that nice and soft, he's not going to shoot that 7 ball. Is he?
No,
He can't.
he's got to shoot the
He's
four.
got to shoot the rub shot, nice and soft. Just a little touch, push 8 for the 1. Just like
Yeah, just like that.
Now he's just got to keep his cue ball clean and stay in line. So he's going to get shape on that 7 ball to slide back this way for the 6 more
I
than
think
likely.
he'll shoot that 6 next and use the 7 for the out ball.
But either way, it's tough to tell the angle from here. But 6-7, 7-6, it's all the same. And he has,
Stop shot, and you should be right on it.
yeah, he should have a glimmer of hope here.
Okay, we got an actual race again now.
Joey, looks like Joey's by his biceps and stuff. Looks like he's working out a little bit.
Oh yeah,
He looks kind of like
is
you.
really like who?
Like you. Okay, maybe a couple years.
Where you
Maybe,
been lately?
maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a few.
Yeah. All right. Come on, you got to go with this once in a while. You know?
All right, the next men's B meeting, here we go. Table assignments, Mike W. and Hector, table 45. Mike and Hector, table 45.
Yeah, back at that age, I think we were both like that.
Table 46. Ron and Frankie, table 46. Scott and Ernest, table 47. Scott and Ernest, table 47. And Robert and Ruben, table 49.
Looks like we might have gotten a dry break from Roberto. Gives Joey a chance to get a little closer anyway. This could even things up.
Yeah, from what I've seen, I haven't watched a lot of the 8-ball matches on the stream table here. But I know Shane, in one of his matches, at least against Randy Baker, actually scratched twice on this table.
Yes, he did.
And I've seen quite a few dry breaks.
Yeah.
When I played Jeffrey, he ran out his first 3 racks. I ran out my first 2, so we ran the first 5 racks. And on the 6th rack, I had like a 90-degree cut on the 8. Otherwise, we would have ran the first 6 to 8 racks out without never making a mistake. But so each table appears to be just a little bit different depending on whether you're close to the door or the airflow coming in.
Oh no! Wow. Joey just missed that first shot. And
I was talking.
can't
I
believe
think I
it.
was talking in his backstroke is what happened. So
commentator's curse.
he didn't. Yeah, he didn't want to hear it.
That was a rough turn of events there for Joey.
So there's a little bit of work to do here. In fact, a lot of work.
Yeah, regardless of which group you choose. I mean, looks
he's
like
gonna-
he's looking to go with solids,
Yeah,
of course.
he's got to go solids. Needs to get angle on that 7 ball and bump the 6 to clear that nest down there. He's going to have to use the 5 to get shape on the 1. So from that point, it's just a matter of which way he chooses. Looks like he's going to go 5-1-4 and then work down to those other balls.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That 4 ball though, I don't mind leaving it there and making it my key ball at the end of the run. I would play,
That would make it great.
I would play shape like he is, leave that 4 there, go into these balls, and then
He's
use the 4 as your last ball.
Oh, he's clear on the 7. I didn't think that 7 was clear.
But it clears, but he's going to have to bump
Bump
that
the
6
6 a
out,
little
so
bit.
he's not sure
Yeah.
exactly how the bump's going to go. Okay, and it got a little funny. Okay, see that?
Yep, so now he's going to have to bump that 6 again.
And that's actually not a bad thing, leaving that 4 down here, because if he gets phony, but yet he still has a shot on the 4, he can come back to the 6 or what have you. So,
He's not happy about it.
no. But having to bump that 6. He wasn't sure exactly where it was going.
That's the problem with running into balls. You have to try not to rearrange that furniture, but sometimes it can't be helped.
He's going to draw and probably double kiss that 6. Double kissed it, yep.
Perfect.
So here we are. Here's why that leaving that 4 there was a good thing.
Now he can just come right straight across table and use the 6 for his out ball.
Yeah.
With the 8 to the side.
Some players might have cleared that 4 because it was at this end of the table and then gone down there, which would have meant he was in trouble.
Yeah. So true. And I would probably be one of them.
A little bit funny angle, but I think he's all right.
Nice.
Oh,
He drew that back a little further than he wanted.
yeah,
But he should be able to get her here.
he's still going to be fine. But
Oh, yeah.
all right, Joey's under the gun again. He needs a break and run, otherwise he's really going to dig the hole a little deeper.
Well, the fortunate thing for Joey is that this is a true double elimination, and Roberto will have to beat him twice, because Joey is on the point.
He is. So I talked to the referees about racking, and the racking is supposed to be random, but if you watch Joey rack them, it's not random because he's picking where the stripes and solids are going. He's conscious of where every ball goes. So I'm really not sure about that whole random thing. And I've noticed some of the guys are pattern racking and sticking all the stripes on one side and the solids on the other, so that they.
Yeah, I noticed that's the way Shane does it all the time. He's always got like a wall of solids on one side and
He's
wall of
pattern
stripes on
racking,
the
and
other.
he's not supposed to. So if the opponent notices it, all you have to do is have a ref come over, and they will take care of that issue.
Right.
But it's a form of cheating that, unless your opponent calls you on it, you're going to get away with it.
Right.
I do really. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, and he just scratched on the break. Oh, that's brutal.
He does
just feel his pain.
He does have a good break though.
He does indeed.
So we can see why he's sitting on the point in this event. I think his break helped get him there. All right, Steve. Stripes or solids? Which ones do you like?
I think I would have to go with these stripes there, only because of that 5 ball. That's in a little bit of trouble, unless he starts off with the 5 ball.
Okay, so I see the stripes. I see taking the, I think it's a 15. The 15's your problem. I'd start with the 15, then go to the 9, work out this end of the table, and the 11, 12, 14, it's a piece of cake. So
Yep, that's about the way I see her there.
now, some players
We'll
are going
see how Roberto does it.
We'll see how he does it, yeah. But
He's studying it pretty strongly.
I mean, most of the Filipino players start out as 15-ball rotation players. So, see, here we go.
And he's starting out just like he called it.
He needs to get good angle on this 9 next.
Yep.
Looks like he's rolling forward though. I don't agree.
Sure
I don't
is.
agree with this.
I think he'll leave that 14 there or take it
He'll
next.
shoot it next because he feels it's a problem ball. We'll see.
I think that may be why he floated over for the 10, was to try and take care of that 14 as soon as possible.
Yeah, I just didn't see it as a problem. I mean, you could even say that as your key ball at the end and use the 11 and came straight across. It just really was not the problem. That 9 ball is going to get you in trouble. See how he doesn't like his angle now?
Yep.
Okay, so now he's in a little bit of, he's too straight here. He doesn't like what's going on.
I think the 14's still his shot. He's going to have to draw back just a touch to get on that 9 ball.
I see, but the 9 ball, because he didn't take it second, that's the ball that is kind of, keeps
Yeah, that's the trouble ball right
sticking
now.
up. Okay, now he's fine.
Yeah, because he can play the 13 and get on the 9 well, and then he should be in good shape. And I don't know whether the 12 passes the 11 or not, but I think he'll take the 11 next, and then the 12 over the side, and the 8 on the same side, of course. Yep.
He worked it out because there were no balls tied up or this or that, and he had to, change his mind and do his pattern a little bit differently. But
And that's why you have to always be flexible, because anything can happen in this game. And now he's up 5-1 over Joey.
5-1 in breaking, so this is not good. He makes the ball on the break here, and I think we're going 2 sets.
Yeah,
To come back
it.
from 6-1 is just at this level is
That's
just
tough.
The odds are astronomical.
Yes. I can't agree more.
So I think this is the last of our events this evening. Have they already played the women finals? Do you know?
Yes, the women finals were over at we're done at 7 o'clock.
Who won?
Or not at 7, but at 2 o'clock, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And Brittany Bryant won that. Bernie Starr took second.
I think there were 28 women in the women's field.
I believe so, yes.
Wasn't quite the star-studded women's field that we've seen before. We've seen Allison Fisher and
Vivian Villarreal.
and that I don't know what that gal. I don't know her name. That was here in the fall playing 10 ball.
Which one are you thinking of? I'm drawing a blank.
She never missed. Played perfect. Stomped the field.
Oh yeah, Chechnya.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
17-year-old. 17-year-old.
Yeah, she's going to be.
And she's phenomenal.
She's going to be a force.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, she's the next Allison Fisher.
Yeah. I was really impressed. She went through racks like didn't even aim, just one stroked everything.
As a matter of fact, it was Allison Fisher that she beat twice in that tournament.
You think?
Yeah, and she just walked all over her.
Yeah. So the field was
Matches were done in 20 minutes.
The women's field was a little soft, and part of that has to do with the money isn't quite the same.
The added money is not as much.
Yeah. But they only draw 28 women also, so it's. So he got a little careless here. Now he's winning the match, but you notice how he keeps getting in trouble.
Yep.
And
he's relaxing too much, I think.
so the shot here, and he's not even looking at it, is to fire that one off the 8.
That would be a really good shot.
The problem is he's on the rail and he's going to have trouble. But
one could present problems if he doesn't take it down.
yeah, if he didn't have this ball on the side, I can see him having to shoot that one off the 8. But he's just going to roll this in with a high ball, and the 6 ball is his insurance ball in case he just rolls a little bit too far. But it is going to get a little tricky down here on this 2-1.
He's looking at that one.
Yeah, he's going to stop looking
All
at it.
right, men's A mini.
8 balls a game at this level when the racks are a little tight. A lot of precision, a lot of technical patterns, proper. Okay. It's a nice shot. That wasn't as easy. That wasn't as easy as it looked.
53. Lake and Garrett, table 56. Lake and Garrett, table 56. And Jeff and Ken.
He was trying to get on the one ball there, I think, and I don't think he got there.
Good luck, gentlemen.
You know?
He may. Yeah, he's sure looking at it there.
Yeah, he
He got
twisted it
there.
in.
Yep.
But either way, he was still pretty careless with his cue ball. He shouldn't have been close enough to where he frowns after his cue ball stops rolling.
Mike, table 45.
So even though he's up 6-1, he's been a little loose with his cue ball, and
He played that well.
yeah.
Yeah, he's now on the hill. Joey's break. So Hopefully for Joey, he makes the ball on the break here without scratching.
I'll give you 10-1 from here. You bet $10. You're 10 to my 100.
I'll take Roberto.
No, that's my guy.
Oh, you didn't say it.
No, you have to take the other guy.
For the whole entire match.
20 to 1.
20 to 1.
Dinner, anything.
I think I'll bow down on that one.
All right. Don't say I never gave you any action.
No, we know that's not true.
What's that?
That you've never given me action.
I did once, and
Yes.
that was costly to you, as I
Yes, very
remember.
much so.
Yes, but
Yeah.
hopefully a good experience.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought you just claimed temporary insanity that day. I really wasn't arguing. The spot kept going down, as I recall, and I did eat well that evening. So
You did.
it's all in fun.
Yeah.
So, good competition.
I always enjoy playing you with you, Steve.
So we've got a little work to do here. The 5 ball doesn't go past the 3, 6, 5. You can't really take the stripes because you have no breakout for the 11. I think he's forced to take the solids.
Yeah, that 11's tied up pretty tight.
So the 6 is tied up. So he's gonna have to. This is one of the first racks we've seen where he's really gonna have to stay clean here. Shooting the combination on the 11-7 is a possibility, which would possibly clean it up right out of the gate.
That's what he was looking at. There.
Right, he is looking at it because it could cause problems too. So he's going to have to make some tough decisions here. That's not going to do any good.
He's just looking to see that
has to
6
take
because
these
it's
solids.
trouble too.
Yeah, he feels
Like to be able to bump that 6.
He feels forced to shoot this combination. He can't hit it too hard and block the pocket. Oh boy.
Oh, and he hit it way too high.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would have done that because the two ball passed.
Yeah.
He could have shot the balls down table and come up immediately and got on that 2 to get a bump or whatever.
Yeah, I
he
would have
needed
just
to do.
bumped that ball in, not power through it like he did.
Well, he was playing shape for the balls down here.
Which really weren't the problem. All you had to do is really stop it down this way.
All right, now let's see what Roberto's going to do. His cue ball's been a little loose these last few games, so let's see if he can tighten things up. He needs to deal with 10 ball. Maybe goes on the side.
Yeah, it looks like it does.
If it does,
If
then
so, he's home free.
well, no.
Pretty much, because
What are you
bumped that. No, he didn't.
What are you going to do with
bump
that
it.
12 ball there, champ? Play short side and put it in the side?
Oh, that 12 ball could be trouble.
Well, he's going to have a plan about now. We can't just shoot these other 3 ball goes in and go, well, what are we going to do with that 12?
Funny
All right.
thing is he hasn't even looked at that yet.
Well, I don't,
And now
I'm
he
not going to
just
sit
got
here.
out of
It's
shape.
hard to criticize a person that's in the finals, but in the last 3 games, he's been very fortunate to win them because Joey's given him back. But his cue ball and his technician, technical
Just hasn't
play
been
right here
there.
is not there.
Yeah, he's
Notice,
in trouble
notice
here.
how he didn't walk around the table and look at his angles,
Yeah.
look where he needed to be, look at his pattern. He just kind of winged it.
And you suppose part of that could be because he is on the hill.
Well, he made the same.
Such a
He
big
made
lead.
the same mistakes when he wasn't on the hill.
Yeah, true.
So he's been making those mistakes for 3 games now. So just watching, obviously he's got to this point by powering the break and running out in open racks and hasn't had a lot of technical maneuvering and pattern work. So it's when the balls are a little tied up and in spots, it's a whole different game. It's a very technical patterns. And as you can see, he's struggled with it a little bit. The focus and the concentration has to be
Joey's got a little problem here with the 7, but I think he'll float down for the 2 and get the, oh, not float down, he's going to break it out right now. He tried.
Boy.
Man,
Yeah.
they're
it's
both shooting a little loose here.
Well, but this doesn't get the cheese sometimes. Okay.
Difficult situation he's got himself in here.
I think he has to shoot this 2 ball. I know he wants to shoot this 3.
Playing the
but
3 cross side. Oh,
came out golden.
hey, well, he's still got that 7 ball to deal with, though.
Yeah, well.
He's got to get really good on that 2 to get that breakout for the 7, or at least get around to the short side on it, which is difficult.
Looks like he's going to spin possibly 2 rails, 1, 2, and down, and he overstroked his shot.
Yes, he did.
Again, well,
Oh, he's okay. He came out okay on that.
he might have to just shoot this soft and just barely touch the top of that. I think he can touch the top of that 7.
Yep.
It's going to be touchy. He has to barely
sure.
touch it and get on the high side. So,
Nice and soft.
yeah, this doesn't have to work, but it's there.
He would like to hit the 7 pole, but he knows it's going to hit that left side, so he's going to have to play the 7 to the same corner as the 2 here.
Correct.
Oh,
He concentrated so hard on the angle and the shape that he forgot to re-aim and pocket the 2, and unfortunately blocked the pocket. And Roberto's going to be forced to either shoot the 12 rail 2 and then in, or bank it.
or play safe even. But I don't see a real good safe there.
Well, you could just roll down to the end rail and let him go. That's all I see. Force him to do something.
Yeah.
So from the play that I've seen out of the top matches and the top players so far, there's been a lot of mistakes so far in this set. Taking shots for granted.
Yep.
You know, it's been fairly sloppy from what I've seen, at least in the later parts here.
I would tend to agree with you there, Steve.
I think
It only makes him human.
Yeah. He's looking at a spot. I think he's just going to force him to.
Yeah,
So
he's
the
gonna
move
play
here,
safe here on
I would
this.
play safe, but I would knock this ball over by that pocket if I could, so that in case your opponent plays safe or something, you've at least got a shot, at a ball, and he doesn't nut you down on the return. I'm not sure if he has that option, but
I think he's going to kick the 15 to the side rail and leave the cue ball up on the end rail.
yeah, it's hard to tell from here. So if it was possible, I would like to get that ball up table, up here where on the end of the table where the 2 and the
Back
7
behind
are,
the 8.
which would force your
yes.
opponent to either shoot a trick shot, make them and get out, or possibly lose the match. So if he were to do that, he would have to use a high ball here and bounce 2 rails and then go to wherever he wants, if that was
Yeah,
a choice.
if he chose to do that, yeah.
I think he's just going to roll to a spot.
Yeah, looks like it. He just pointed to where he wants that cue ball to end up. And he didn't quite get there.
I think he was trying to get a little tricky and use that ball as a blocker and have it block him also.
Just kind of undershot it just a little bit.
Yeah, shot like that, you have to get him on that end rail, so he can't do this and dig in and be able to work his cue ball.
Right. Very nice combo. And Roberto's going to give it to him.
Yeah, that wasn't a very well thought out shot by Roberto. He could have left him in a lot of different spots and not left him that shot.
Yeah, I really think what he was trying to do is bring that 15 off the side rail right in front of the cue ball with the cue ball on the end rail.
It was just a little too,
just
little too much to do.
And it's always hard to control both balls. You want to concentrate on controlling one or the other.
Well, since Joey won, the odds went down to like 5-1 now. If we make that wager. Again, you have to take Joey.
Real nice break there by Roberto. A little tie up around the 8 ball is all.
Yeah, there's work to do.
He doesn't really have a good shot on the solids here. Oh, he has the 6 ball down here if he chose the solids.
Yeah, he's not going to go that route.
Go for the stripes.
He's going to try to go down.
He's going to get that breakout right now.
He's going to bump that 9 right now.
Yep. Nicely done. 2 ball got kind of funny on him there, but I think he should be all right. Yeah, he's got plenty of room to get that 14 now. If you can climb up on the table.
Alrighty, Clayton Foran, table 13 and a 10 ball handgun tournament. Clayton Foran, table 13, please.
Being 5'7", I've learned to hate bridges. So.
Well, I grew up learning how to use a bridge because I was always short. However, I don't use a bridge myself very often because I taught myself how to play left-handed, which eliminates the need to use a bridge quite often.
So if we match
and
up,
use an extension if need be.
So if we match up and I give you like the 5 in the breaks, you'll play left-handed?
No.
You're tough today.
Now, if you play left-handed and you spot me 3 games on the wire and race to 7, yeah.
I'll get back to you on that.
I thought maybe so.
Okay, looks like this match is over.
Yeah, pretty much.
11, 13,
Don't see
12.
any problem at all.
No. I'm just not sure what he's seeing.
I don't know what he's studying there.
11, 13, 12.
I don't understand this.
Whatever he's doing, I don't care for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to work. I mean, he's a professional pool player, but I don't.
11 to the side, 1 to 13 to the side.
I just.
That was an interesting pattern he chose.
Well, but some of his
But it
interesting
worked for
patterns so far have cost him games.
Yes.
Joey just hasn't capitalized them, or when he makes the mistakes, the table is not run.
This time it worked for him. So that's match 1 to Roberto.
So the players are.
So they'll be taking a break here.
You guys can take 5-7 minutes, or you can take.
So we'll be back in about 20 minutes here, folks. They're taking a little break.
That's good.